people think that like there's some kind of like big like global power player that wants to manipulate people using artificial intelligence. I think it's the opposite. Imagine Elon or Bezos or somebody gets 1 million bots, but the bots decide to just go ahead and spam posts shilling for some kind of meme crypto. If the bots are just supposed to make money, and for some reason the bots make more money going rogue and spam posting about some meme crypto coin, would it not logically follow that Elon or Bezos would have the bots continue to just go rogue? And therefore, wouldn't engagement become the de facto most valuable currency on the planet right now? What if everything becomes engagement? I'm not really promoting myself. I think my YouTube channel is probably either 10 years too early or 20 years too late. Bo Burnham couldn't be a successful YouTuber in this day and age. People would be like, "Hi, glasses man. What a piano. I hit those keys. Bye, piano man." Like, and he would probably be devastated. Like, they called me piano man again. What's up, Ivory Tips? Checkmate. A4, D3, knight, F3. The chess industry have a lot invested in AI. In fact, there have been a lot of lectures given by the owners of chess.com where they've talked about their like 10 or $100 million tools that are utilized to catch people who are cheating. But they also they're also kind of sold, or at least discussed, as predictive models for how humans will behave, specifically in the corporate world. What would then prevent chess.com from mainly licensing their database as a sort of like modern day version of a lead? I think that people are in denial if they don't face the reality that we've handed the most power and money that anyone has ever had in the history of the planet. We've handed all of that power and money to somebody whose fundamental philosophy is that the purpose of mankind should be to facilitate the fall of modern civilization, to pave way for a fresh start, accelerationism, essentially. And that's its own kind of brand of lunacy that I do not prescribe to and don't want to get into. One of the vice presidential candidates is most famous for hating the same presidential candidate who is on the same ticket as him. That's what he's known best for. And he was initially, and still is to this day, mainly funded by Peter Thiel, one of the richest people on earth, and very good friends with the people at chess.com. Some days what you read online is like watching people celebrate the downfall of humanity, and everyone's walking around being like, "I don't notice that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that today." Have you ever read incredibly horrifying comments on a website or a Twitter page about crime? It's bots. It's not people. And no one even discusses that. There's a Twilight Zone episode called "The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street." And it's basically just every day in society now. It's really weird that I went 20 years without playing a game of chess in person. And then I sat down at a chessboard and I beat the national champion of his age group in a classical chess game. The first classical chess game I had played on a chessboard, casually or competitively. And if a robot made a post about that on Reddit, it would have like 10,000 or 100,000 likes or some insane amount. But people downvoted it when I said something. I think they say that 99% of people consume content and 1% of people create content. And I know that it was 10 years ago, somebody wrote a book that plagiarized things that I had written for the first time. And I'm sure there have been more people that have done it. Luckily, that person is a failed writer. I have a YouTube video that has 50,000 views and 7 people have subscribed to my channel from it. But it's not people. There's like this true crime YouTube channel that I don't really watch very often, but sometimes I'll listen to it. And I was like, this guy's voice sounds so weird. I finally realized why his voice sounded familiar. It's because he has the exact same voice as a chess content creator who is currently, getting like thousands and thousands or tens of thousands of views per video.
I apologize for stopping every few seconds, but he is not keeping track of his own narrative.
Best in the computer's eyes, however, is a6, a defensive move.
The most famous chess player in the United States, he lost a game to a fan whose rating is like 1500, which would be considered by as to be like a beginner. He actually recently said, "Come on, chat, do you really think I'm going to talk about that person? The rating is like 1,000 points lower than me, chat. You have to be memeing." And yet, Hikaru lost a game a couple years ago to a person rated 1500, and nobody knows. Chess.com wrote a blog post about it, but then they quickly deleted it. That's what I'm saying. Hikaru really quietly. And shut down.